Mustang, freedom on four wheels. The name Mustang was never chosen to sound gentle or refined. It was meant to move. A Mustang is a wild horse, untamed and fast, running free across open land. When Ford used this name in 1964, it was carefully planned. America was changing. Younger buyers wanted speed, independence, and identity. The Mustang name promised all three before the engine even started. The car itself was affordable, sporty, and easy to customize. That matched the name perfectly. A wild horse is not built for luxury. It is built for motion. Ford leaned into this idea by using a running horse badge instead of a traditional shield or crown. Even the logo avoided facing backward, something rare in car design. It symbolized constant forward movement. At the time, most car names focused on status or size. Mustang focused on emotion. That was new. It made the car feel personal. Owners felt they were buying freedom, not just transportation. Modern cars still try to do this, but now it happens through software modes and digital screens. Back then, it happened through a name and a shape. There was a quieter meaning too. The Mustang was light and simple compared to large sedans. That simplicity later became a weakness. Safety regulations and fuel rules forced it to grow heavier over time. But the name stayed. Even today, Mustang still means freedom, even as the car itself has changed far beyond its original form. Corvette, born from a warship. Corvette is not a random sporty word. It comes from naval history. A corvette is a small, fast warship designed to move quickly and strike with precision. Chevrolet chose this name in the early 1950s to signal speed, agility, and national pride. This was just after World War II, when military strength still shaped public imagination. The first Corvette was lightweight and low to the ground. Like its naval namesake, it was not meant to carry families or cargo. It was meant to perform. The name helped Americans understand this instantly. A Corvette was not a luxury cruiser. It was a machine built for action. At the time, European sports cars dominated this space. Using a military-inspired name helped Chevrolet make the Corvette feel serious and powerful, not playful. It also aligned with America's growing confidence as a global force. The name quietly said, this was America's answer to foreign performance cars. Over time, the Corvette gained power, complexity, and electronics. Modern Corvettes are faster than race cars from the past, but the name still connects it to that original idea of a fast, focused weapon. The risk came with speed. Early Corvettes lacked proper safety features. Handling could be unforgiving. Regulations and customer expectations forced change. But the name Corvette survived, carrying its naval roots into a very different automotive era. Beetle, a name that refused to die. Beetle was never the official name at first. Volkswagen called it the Type 1, but people ignored that. They saw the shape and gave it a nickname. Rounded, compact, and simple, it looked like a Beetle. The name stuck because it felt honest. The Beetle was designed to be basic transportation. Its name reflected that. A Beetle is small, tough, and adaptable. That matched the car's air-cooled engine and simple mechanics. It could survive rough roads and minimal maintenance. The name helped people forgive its limitations. There was a darker origin behind the car's creation, tied to pre-war Germany. Over time, the Beetle name helped separate the car from its political past. It became friendly, almost cute. That transformation mattered. Few car names have managed such a complete image shift. Compared to modern cars, the Beetle feels unsafe and slow. Heating was weak. Crash protection was minimal. But the name created emotional protection. People loved it anyway. Eventually, safety laws and comfort demands made the original design impossible to continue. The Beetle disappeared, returned, and disappeared again. Yet the name remains one of the most recognized in automotive history, proving that sometimes the public chooses the name, not the manufacturer. Camaro, a word that meant nothing. Camaro sounds aggressive, but it has no clear meaning. Chevrolet invented the word. Officially, it was said to come from a French term meaning friend or companion. Unofficially, Chevrolet joked it was an animal that eats Mustangs. That joke mattered more than any dictionary definition. The Camaro name was created to compete directly with the Ford Mustang. It needed to feel fast and youthful without copying the horse theme. A made-up word allowed freedom. It carried no past, no expectations, and no limits. This reflected a shift in car culture. Names no longer needed history. They needed attitude. Camaro sounded sharp and modern. It fit the era of muscle cars, where image mattered as much as performance. The early Camaro delivered power, but it also delivered problems. Fuel consumption was high. Handling could be unpredictable. Safety took a backseat to speed. As emissions laws and insurance costs rose, muscle cars faded. The Camaro disappeared for years. When it returned, the name did the heavy lifting. Even new buyers recognized it. Modern Camaros are safer and more refined, but the name still promises raw performance. Camaro proves that sometimes meaning is not inherited. It is created by reputation over time. Cadillac. Power dressed as luxury. Cadillac was named after a man, not an idea. Antoine de la Motte Cadillac founded Detroit. Using his name gave the brand instant authority. It sounded European, formal, and important. This was intentional. Cadillac wanted to represent the highest level of American luxury. The name suggested heritage and leadership. Early Cadillacs focused on precision engineering and comfort. The name told buyers this was not just a car. It was a statement of success. Unlike sporty names, Cadillac emphasized control and dominance. Even the badge resembled a coat of arms. This separated it from cheaper brands. Over time, Cadillac became associated with size and power. Large engines, heavy bodies, smooth rides. The weakness came with excess. Big cars became inefficient. Safety and fuel regulations forced downsizing. The Cadillac name struggled during these transitions. Luxury began to mean technology, not size. Modern Cadillacs focus on performance and digital features, but the name still carries its original weight. It reminds buyers of a time when luxury meant authority. Understanding the name explains why Cadillac has always balanced tradition against change. Charger. Speed before safety. Charger is a direct promise. It suggests energy, attack, and movement. Dodge used this name to emphasize raw speed. A charger is something that rushes forward without hesitation. That idea shaped the car. Early Chargers were powerful and heavy. Straight-line speed mattered more than handling. The name encouraged this mindset. Buyers expected excitement, not refinement. This created problems. Braking and cornering lagged behind power. Safety systems were limited. As accidents increased and regulations tightened, cars like the Charger faced criticism. Modern Chargers are safer and more controlled. But the name still reflects its origin. It reminds us of a time when speed came first, and consequences came later. Mini. Small name, big statement. Mini was honest. It told you exactly what the car was. Small, efficient, and practical. In post-war Britain, fuel was expensive, and space was limited. The name fit the moment perfectly. The Mini changed car design. Front-wheel drive, compact layout. Maximum interior, space tight. The name helped sell the idea that small could be smart. Safety and comfort eventually caught up. The original Mini could not survive modern rules. But the name survived. Today's Mini is larger and more complex. But the name still signals efficiency and personality. Impala. When cars borrowed nature. Impala is a fast African antelope. Chevrolet chose the name to suggest grace and speed. Nature-based names made cars feel alive. The Impala balanced performance and comfort. Byte. Over time, it became more family-focused. The name stayed even as the character changed. Eventually, shifting markets ended the Impala. But the name remains a reminder of when car names borrowed meaning from the natural world to explain motion and beauty. These names shaped expectations before engines did. Understanding them explains how cars spoke to people long before screens and software took over.